wonder why there won't be, protest and all of that, because the level to which prices of food, commodities are on the high is alarming. It is enough for even everybody to come out of their houses to begin to protest, because what is going on in the country today, if people do not wake up, this government is going to take people for granted, and it will be at the disadvantage of the citizens of the country. Now, those of them embezzling and stealing the funds of the country do not even know how it feels, whether the citizens are even doing well or not. They cannot even afford a 3 square meal in one day, and yet you are increasing the prices of everything on a daily basis, like the people do not matter to you. I wonder what kind of a government is this, and they keep giving excuses for their failure. Imagine what Garba Shehu said. He said the president never in any way promised Nigerians that he will bring 1 naira to a dollar, that it will be equivalent, that 1 naira will be equivalent to $1. He said it. And I could remember in 2015, he said all of these things, 2014/2015, that he was going to, in most of his campaign that he visited, especially Southwest, he was saying it, and even the Southeast, that he will make sure that 1 naira is equivalent to $1. And now the price of the differences, the exchange rate between the dollar and the naira, man, you cannot even think about it. Over 1000% increase has gone into that exchange rate. And guess what? Nobody is saying anything. And yet, Garba Shehu could come out to tell Nigerians that the president never mentioned a thing like that. I believe what they should be saying is they should make people understand why those things are on the high, and what can they do to bring it to the level where Nigerians can be able to afford little things. Now, even food that people can eat, Nigerians cannot afford it. And now Nigeria is the poorest country in the world. How can we get to that level? In Africa, how can Nigeria get to that level of becoming one of the poorest in Africa and in the world? We have never been this disadvantaged ever. We have never. How did we get here? What wrong has Nigerians done for even voting Buhari into government? Is it a wrong? Now imagine in Edo State, there are groups and upon groups who are protesting. And you know how this protest can be. They can end up becoming something else. So it does not have to get to the level where people will have to take on the streets and begin to protest before our government understand the pain and the cry of the people. Now it has rocked Edo State, how people are protesting over the hike of the prices of cement, over the prices of petrol, and so many other things. Guess what happened in Edo State? I'll bring you more details about all of this, but please ensure you have subscribed to our channel and also give our video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can get updated always anytime we drop a new video. All right, guys, it said right here, police officers in Benin City, Edo State, have condoned off the entrance into the palace of the Oba of Benin following a protest by aggrieved civil rights groups in the city. The right groups, who are also residents in the state, are protesting the hike in fuel and cement prices, as well as the increase in building materials and other commodities. Leader of the protesters, Osemudiame Ogbidi, a former SUG president of the University of Benin, demanded that the government set up a task force within 14 days, or it will mobilize market women, men, builders, and every citizen of the state to protest what he described as the unfavorable living conditions. If after 14 days the government fails to address the urgent issues we have raised, they should wait for us. This ugly and unbearable experience must stop. How can Edo, with a high deposit of limestone, raw materials for the production of cement, be experiencing this difficulty? How do you expect us to buy a bag of cement for 4,000 naira, while in the north it is sold for less? Activist Kola Edopoyi, Kelly Omokaro, and other protesters also unanimously passed a vote of no confidence on the State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Philip Ogbadu, who they alleged deployed his officers to do the bidding of higher powers. The Commissioner of Police is supposed to be a knowledgeable man, but has belittled himself before us. You can see the padlock he ordered his men to lock us inside the museum ground. He has imprisoned us illegally. We want to opine categorically that since we cannot buy a bag of cement for 4,000 naira, we cannot also buy a liter of fuel for over 160 naira. Else, the president should resign. We have given them 14 days ultimatum. I'm very sure you guys can perceive how all of this is going to end. Remember, it just started in Edo State. I can bet you if it started in Edo State, it will begin to spread like wildfire to other parts of the country, because it is not just, Edo State is not just the state that is affected alone. Other states in Nigeria are affected, especially the southwest, the southeast, the south-south are mostly affected. How can a bag of cement be sold for 4,000 naira? And we claim that we have a factory in Nigeria that produces cement. In fact, most people in Nigeria now uses only the Dangote cement. It is produced here in Nigeria. In fact, it is produced in Benin City where there's limestone. And yet, in the same city where it is even produced, the price is not even less there. It is rather higher. And in the north, this same cement is sold for less than 2,000 naira. And you sell it for other states for 4,000 naira. This is so unfortunate and it should not be encouraged in any way. I know where this is going and I hope the president has gotten this very information. I hope these guys are not just saying this or blabbing right there in Edo State alone. They should pass this message across to the president. I'm very sure the governor of Edo State is also listening so that he can send the message to the president, because this is getting out of hand. And once Edo State have started, I can tell you other neighboring states will take over from there. And from there, other states will take over. Before you know it, the whole country is on fire protesting, just like the EndSARS started from one state and it began to spread. And before you knew it, the whole states in Nigeria, except from some states in the north who did not partake in that protest, most states in other regions partook of that protest, and it was a very big one of the biggest in the history of Nigeria, because every state took part in it. So before the government wait for this thing to get out of hand, I believe they should quickly adjust all of these things. How can you tell Nigerians to buy fuel for almost 200 naira? How can you say a bag of cement, sell a bag of cement for 4,000 naira? Prices of food, you cannot imagine. They are over 2, 3, 500% higher than they used to be before. And you say you are running a country, and yet most of these things are produced in Nigeria. Really, I just hope that the government understands that the people's well-being should be his number one priority. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. Whatever you have to say about all of this, please drop it in the comment section and give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.